Hello, hello, Saggy Joe. You ever watch? You ever are just speechless with something you just watched? Yeah, well, that's how I feel with Luka Doncic's 73-point game. I actually watched the second half. Uh, I was watching the Raptors Clippers, but that. Anyways, let's talk about Doncic and the Hawks. Well, the Mavs and the Hawks, but of course, the headline is Doncic, 73 points. And you know what? In the fourth quarter, watching Murray play defense on Doncic did not did. I don't think he scored at all when Murray was on him. Well, he did lose Murray on that double team his last 3 points. He did lose Murray on that, but for a huge portion of the fourth quarter, Murray was doing a really good job denying him the ball. They really didn't want Doncic to get 70 points. I think he was at 66. He was at 66 for a while, so he was pretty close to 70. He missed a free throw, so he's at 67, and then he got a couple of 3-point plays. I'm pretty sure that's how he finished the game. Um, Amazing game. It that and Murray came in clutch quite a bit, but I think after that botched 4-point play, he kind of lost steam. Trey Young was pretty clutch too. Hit a couple of big threes as well. Kept the game close. I think the Mavs only won by 3, so it was a super interesting game. It was almost went the route of Karl Anthony Towns, but unfortunately we were able to experience an Embiid win with 70 points. So 73, I believe it's 10 or 11 rebounds and 7 assists. Uh, Doncic, he could have had 10 assists. He had one good pass to Josh Green that Josh Green just botched. Good pass to Tim Hardaway Jr. He just botched the three. Ugh, man, it was such a good pass too because they were really hounding Doncic. Very aggressive double teams, making sure that the ball gets out of his hands so he doesn't score. Because the Hawks wanted to win, one, and two, they didn't want to be known as a team that let Doncic score 70 points, right? And Doncic also did look tired for a little bit in the fourth quarter. I wouldn't say he was cruising, but he was saving his energy, I think, for the last few minutes of the game because that's when he really tried to get bunker down and get some points. He was more facilitating for a while, and what I liked about watching Doncic too is he didn't force the 70. There was a point when he did a pump fake, sidestep, and he was open for three. Was that a minute and a half left in the game? Maybe 2 minutes, and instead of taking the three, which he could have just shot chucked it, and it's possible it could have gone in, but he just passes it to Dante Exum, and Exum hit a clutch three. It was a very very clutch three. Uh, I would say very, very, but it was a huge three because that three could have been the difference between an overtime game and winning. And I think I think Doncic also had 68 points by that time. No, 67. He might have had 67 at the time. Or maybe I think he had 70 already. He could have had because people were saying, hey, this guy might be able to tie or beat history, make history, you score 73, 76, get close to Wilt's 78 points. But instead of that, he passes to Dante Exum, and there's nothing more to say because this 70 points, it's not like you could say Doncic was kind of ball hogging. You could say that, but honestly, it just felt necessary, one. And two, his teammates were feeding him for a little bit, but then when it came time to win, Doncic did not hog the ball. He actually passed the ball a lot. It facilitated. Derek Lively is also a pretty good passer as for a rookie big man. It's actually really really promising that Dante Exum dribbled. What do you call that? Dante Exum keeps the dribble alive. He passes it to Lively, and I believe it was Josh Green hits clutch three. That might have been with a minute and a half left, maybe a bit less. But Derek Lively even seeing that pass is really good. It was a good pass too, pretty pinpoint. Sometimes you might see that, but you might overshoot the pass. But it was solid pass. Derek Lively played really well. Oh, there was the 3-point play that Derek Lively didn't even get that Doncic could have been credited for the assist. So it could have been like the first 70-point triple double, but they kind of made sure that was gonna happen. That being said, his teammates did botch a couple of like easy looks, and that's on them, man. That's on them. But Trey Young played. He he kind of played okay, but he really turned it up in the last 4 minutes of the game, which was good to see. Murray as well. They made a fierce rally because they were down 11, I think, and then they cut it to 3. Uh, it might have been even 2. They might have cut it to 2. I can't remember. It was a It was 3. It was a one possession game, but then the Mavericks were able to pull away. Tim Hardaway, he got some pretty good shots in the fourth quarter. Wasn't really doing that well, but he had a couple of good drives. The team for about a minute and 10 seconds did a good job of keeping everything alive and maintaining everything and making sure that the Mavericks were not they were not fully dependent on Doncic to win that game. I mean they were, but there were you gotta have those minute and a halves in the fourth quarter. Any quarter really, you have 1 or 2 minutes where your team can generate some offense, some good defense without you doing too much, so you can conserve some energy. That's really important. That's a sign of a good team as well. And Exum played very well, made some good passes, just couldn't finish. Josh Green played some pretty good defense. Considering the score was like 140 to something, it's as good as it gets. Murray played really good defense as well. Trey got, I think he got a couple of pokes as well. Murray had that really bad attempt at the rim, and Derek Lively was right there. There's no way Lively was gonna block it. So that play to me is what kind of ended that rally for the Hawks. And basically, I feel like Murray missed all his shots after. He might have only had 1 or 2 shots, and then they went back to their star player, which was Young. And then at the end of the day, you gotta get great game. What more can you ask for? Great close game. 70 points, making history. 73 tying for the players. And you got some good games from Trae Young. Good games from Murray. Jalen Johnson was pretty good too. He made some pretty clutch baskets, but he also made some pretty dumbass fouls. That was another issue that that was something else as well. But kudos to Doncic. It would have been nice if he could get 77. You might get that 1 point. Who knows? All right. Thank you very much for listening, and have yourself a good day. Later days.